I think I came up with something interesting here. It is difference between a preacher and a professor, right? First of all, a professor is teaching at a college and the kids are paying to be there, right? And a preacher is professing whatever. The preacher is trying to teach whatever. The preacher is spouting whatever he's saying. The professor is saying things that he believes are true. Right? The professor is hoping to accomplish saying things that are logically true, that the students won't sit there and scratch their heads and say, why is he saying this? It doesn't make it. It obviously, what he's saying now obviously contradicts what he just said 2 seconds ago, right? Professors don't typically say things like that, right? Professors say things that students just gobble up and take notes and take tests and regurgitate, and that's it, and that's it. And how do I get out of here? And preachers say things, I mean, to me, give them benefit of the doubt. A lot of times preachers say interesting stuff, or I said interesting, didn't I? It's not really interesting as a history. Biblical history is not really interesting to me. So I don't know why I said interesting, but how do I get there? I Googled just now how to have two-way communication with God. And one of the first websites that came up said, prayer is a dialogue, not a monologue, right? And I'm trying to figure out what is wrong with that statement, right? It's obviously a lie, or is it, right? But the bottom line is, a professor wouldn't say that, right? A professor, whoa, shit, oh God. Oh, fuck. It's not gonna work. Okay, let's go this way. Try and go down a one-way street. Try to be slick. A professor wouldn't say prayer is a dialogue, not a monologue, right? Unless the professor or the preacher or someone in the world actually has the goose that lays the golden egg and has the, what's it called? Incantation, the proper incantation that you say to invoke God saying hello. When you say, hey God, can you hear me? And you hear a voice saying hello, right? And you say, oh my gosh, it's God. I get my camera, right? And God comes down the chimney and says, hi Brett, how are you doing? What'd be your first wish, right? God comes down the chimney. That's important. God comes down the chimney. Jesus Christ comes down the chimney, dusts himself off, goes to the Christmas tree, puts some presents under, and then comes to me and says, you didn't bring me any milk and cookies. Oh no, it's right here, Jesus Christ. Of course I brought you milk and cookies. What do you think I am? A monster? Here. And Jesus goes over and, oh yes, hey Brett, I see you brought me milk and cookies. And he starts eating the milk and drinking the cookies, the body and bread, the body and blood, right? The milk and cookies. It's all silly, except it's all true. It's all silly. It's all silly. Religion is all silly nonsense, except there's a spark of truth in it, right? And I mean, what I'm dealing with these days, what I'm dealing with right now in this conversation is the idea that supposedly people think that there's a God, right? Abrahamic religions, God, whatever, or Brahma or Vishnu or Krishna or whatever, spiritual church, whatever. There's a God that is omnipotent, that is able to do everything, right? If he's able to do everything, then it should be possible that he is able to say hi, say, yes, I hear you. If I say, hey, God, can I hear you? Right? And you should be saying, why do you keep rehashing this, Brett? Why do you keep beating a dead horse? Because I'm getting closer and closer to figuring out what I'm actually feeling, what I'm actually angry about when I think of religion. You know, I'm making progress. Every little bit helps. I used that pi.ai website, and it gave me so much insight, and describe God, and it describes all the different things, and it just so many things, so many insights that I wouldn't have thought of. And this pi.ai is it's acting as a proxy for the people that I'm trying to meet on the street and have philosophical conversations with, right? The people I'm trying to meet in church, have a religious conversation with. And these people, first of all, most people don't have the interest that I do in philosophy or religion, and it's just few and far between. And maybe I do have a 2-minute conversation with someone, a good conversation, and then they're gone. Where'd they go? And now I have the AI I can play with until I offended again and get permanently banned again, right? Ugh, it's terrible. Anyway, I'm gonna get a mask here at Magic Man for Purim. We're gonna make Purim a good holiday. Purim's a great holiday because it tells us about concubines. Hey, thank you, Rabbi, you're the best. Yes, Purim tells us that men should have concubines, and I asked Rabbi last year, please give me a concubine. He said, GFY. And I said, okay. And then lo and behold, I got a concubine anyway. So joke's on you. All right.